Good day to all of you. I hope things are going well. And we're in the first full week of February. Can you believe that already? Where did January go? And that's partly where I was coming from with where I was thinking of today, because I know that many of you thought about resolutions, and we've talked about that before. And it's as National Quitters Day has already passed, but many of you still have goals. By the way, if you're wondering, I had the cataract surgery in this eye, and I'm going to get the cataract surgery in this eye, and hopefully, maybe, perhaps, could be the next time we do this, I won't have glasses. I'm not sure, because the eyes are still adjusting to each other, so that's going to be an interesting detail. Those of you who don't care about the cataract surgery, ignore all of that. So we'll get back onto the point. So actually, I can see myself clear this way. Oh, that's a new discovery for me, by the way. Anyway, so I was thinking about starting your goals and taking a look at doing things. Now, generally speaking, when most people start goals, they have this big whole planned, and basically sort of like jump off in the deep end of the pool and try and do everything all at once. People want to lose weight, so that's the idea of, I want to lose 50 pounds by Memorial Day or some such thing like that, or wanting to do everything, and you go all wild, and then it doesn't work, mainly because life interferes, and so things come up and you can't continue it, and so people give up. I'm going to suggest, and I've talked about this before, but let's resume it, that we start out really, 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 really teeny tiny small, really small, so small that you can guarantee you'll be successful. That small. And some of you are saying, yeah, how do I be successful at that? By being really, really small, doing something you can do. And so what I'm going to suggest is that you look at, pick a goal, any goal, whatever goal you want to do that. Maybe even two, and that sort of depends on whether or not they're not similar in behaviors. So you're not trying to say like learn two languages or some such thing like that. You need to take something like learning a language and maybe making a bed or some such thing like that. So we've got two goals that may be dissimilar, but I wouldn't go any further than just those two. And then take something really, really small to get yourself toward that particular goal. Now, the example I was thinking is, let's say that you want to lose weight. The probability is good that that's crossed your mind at some point, because simply most people, when they do resolutions, that's one of their goals, lose weight. So you're going to say, I want to lose weight, so that you usually think in terms of, I'm changing my meals, I'm doing this, I'm going to swear off this, that, or the other, some such thing like that. And that usually doesn't last long. What I'm going to suggest is let's do something really, really small that you know that you can do. For example, I thought of the idea of, let's just say you tend to eat a whole bag of Doritos when you're sitting down watching Netflix. Okay. So when you open the bag, take out 5 and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them away someplace. Then go sit down and eat the Doritos while you watch Netflix. I know some of you are going to say, but that doesn't accomplish anything. Yes, it does. You're no longer eating the whole bag. Okay. So you can begin to feel successful at that particular detail. So the next time you go down and watch, Netflix, you again take just a few out, but enough that you can see that you're being successful because you're not touching them. You could conceivably, do something like take out 5 and put them in another bag, and at some point in time, you've got yourself another bag of Doritos, so that you don't have to buy it, so you can try to kind of save money at this. But the idea is that you're doing something and you can see success, and you can pat yourself on the back because you can honestly say, I didn't eat the whole bag. Okay. So when you get in the habit that you find yourself putting the 5 Doritos away in a separate bag, or giving them to somebody else, for example, or something like that, or even, forbid, throwing them away if you want to, which is entirely possible, because they're not doing you any good anyway, right? So throw them away. Then maybe try something like 10 Doritos, and then maybe keep that up, and then 15. So what you're doing is creating a very small habit that you know you can do, positively that you can do, that you can pat yourself on the back for doing it. Do that until it becomes second nature, and then build on that. You're much more likely to be successful when you do this than when you try and say, I'm never going to eat a bag of Doritos again when I watch Netflix, because that's probably going to last maybe 3 days, a week maybe. You follow me? So maybe you want to drink less coffee. You might want to decide that you're going to like water it down, or only put in half the water. do something that's going to be information that came from James Clear, who wrote Atomic Habits, and B.J. Fogg, who's a professor at Stanford who created a habit, a